Hello, I'm Mike of Neil Enough Dice, and this is the Kerbal Space Program. This is my Minmus Rescue Mission to rescue my stranded scientist upon the moon. You can see Kerman very faintly in the background there. I don't know if you can see Minmus at this distance. I'm only about a day out, but Minmus is really quite small. So, if I'm going to take a screenshot, I'm going to take that screenshot. I actually meant to hit this button, which brings back my GUI. Oakley dokley. Pig in a pokley. Alarm clock. Right, so let's just go for it. Let's just. What have I? Oh yeah, it's the SOI change I've put in. Doop 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 doop. Let's have a look at that orbit. On flight engineer. Zoom forward a bit more. Approaching. So basically what I want to do is when the SOI change happens, I want to look at my orbit, make sure that I'm going over as best I can, really kind of get that polar orbit as accurate as I can. And then try and work out how I'm going to land properly. So I think it's about 5 seconds to the actual SOI change. So all this nonsense is happening where it's all a bit confused, but no, it's not confused at all. It knows exactly where it's going. Haha. Okay, so let's focus on Minmus. Alright, so as you can see, I could do with going a little bit to the right there. So, use precise node because precision is going to be important. So I've set the increment to 0.1, and so I'm just right clicking here to take away 0.1 with every click. So it really feels that I'm getting where I want to be. Maybe one more. All right, that's pretty good. Because I've got the slightly more expensive probe core, I'm actually able to aim towards maneuvers. Now, it's going to be a 2.3 second burn in about 5 minutes. I'm going to check to see whether or not I have thrust. I have thrust limited. That's a thing I need to take into account. So we'll just, I'm going to possibly be a bit casual and not use alarm clock, which means I may actually have to pay attention for once when I'm doing my time warping. And yes, the difficulty of me doing a thing and trying to talk at the same time. I don't know why I think I'm some kind of multitasker. I'm clearly not. 6, 5, 4, 3, not quite real time. 2, 1. I went too early. Okay, we'll call that a good one. So it had the advantage. So the actual core would where's my thing? There we go. My probe unit, my probe core, is actually smart enough to follow the maneuver node as it moves, which is quite nice. Obviously, until the point where the maneuver node starts moving really, really quickly away. But okie dokie, picking a pokey. Now, if we were just doing an orbit, we'd want to stop here. But I actually want, I think. Right, let's do some things. Let's set this as a target. So many possibilities. So many. I'm right. I think I might. Let's just quick save here. In fact, let's do. No, that's not what I want. I want the resume flight. Cancel. Alt F5. If I do a timestamp. If I do time, I used to do one that would just dates. So I just put the date in, but I wouldn't put the time in. But that means I would then have to sort through them when I wanted to work out what I wanted to do. If I wanted to go back to one, I had to be very careful. Whereas with these timestamp ones, I know it's the bottom one. I can sort them by time. But now I can give it a label, and it doesn't matter. Minmus approach. Basically, I don't know whether this is a sensible way of doing things, but I'm doing it. That's the way I'm doing it at the minute. So I am going to add an alarm clock on this one, and I'm going to zoom forwards. Thanks very much, Precise Node. You can go away. Fast forward, where are we? We're there. And slowdowns begin. Now, looking at my, right, let's look at my target. Okay. So I don't know whether that's facing or whether that means my orbit is going to intersect, or well, in this case, not intersect. Okay, this is going to be interesting. We'll see what happens, I guess. Right, so we'll do this burn and then we'll decide what happens afterwards. What happens afterwards may well be just crashing, so you know. Which we'll try and avoid, because then I have to send another rescue mission. 7, not real time, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. So what I'm hoping is that my trajectory is going to take me pretty much very close to just smashing directly into my target. And then I can adjust things from there. Oh, I wasn't pointing at the moon even. Well, actually, no. I was at the stage where I was pointing before would actually take me away from where I wanted to go. Now. What is my altitude? My altitude is currently 26,000 meters. That's quite a bit. My vertical speed is quite fast. I reckon okay, let's just point retrograde. Let's point retrograde for a bit. Do I want? I think I do want to do this. But it's a question of when and where. Do I want to point my retrograde so that I don't know, maybe I don't care that much, because quite frankly I'm entirely happy to either do a little hover hop, or to have Arnica just walk to wherever she needs to get to, so if it's not too far away. But what I can do here, you see, is point myself on the other side, and push. In theory, you see, I'd want to. I was, such that my retrograde gets closer to, to being on there. But that might be me pointing directly. I think part of the problem is I'm not taking gravity into account. If I'm doing this in orbit, and we're both kind of vaguely on matched orbits, and for a rendezvous, then it's not so much that there is no gravity, but we are being affected by gravity very closely to each other. So I want my prograde vector to point directly at my target. Whereas here I don't want to, because my prograde vector is going to change, and so I'm now going to be missing my target here. There's my suicide burn distance, which I need to take care of. Okay. Okay, that's not doing what I want either. I want to see if I can't just shift towards the target here. Right, let's take stuff off that. Go more like this. That's doing closest to what I want. Alright, so I should just now be about to land right on top of where I want to go. That's where my orbit is intersecting. And when I get to about here, I think the curvature of my orbit is going to become less of an issue. So I'm time warping ahead, possibly ill-advisedly. Does that give me an... I was wondering if I was going to get an ETA to my rendezvous in that I don't seem to have that at the minute. Right, let's untime warp now. So I'm about a minute out-ish. So let's point retrograde. Right, there's a target. That's the pole. I got lots of delta V in this stage. I'm still quite high up. Right, let's go for 300, I think. Yeah, feels very close. I might go for 400. It's not as close because I'm still 2 kilometers away and I'm basically on top of it. Man. Doing it now, don't care. Right, so I'm going to try and drive the retrograde marker on top of the target marker, which I went over. Oh, have I gone up? Am I now going up? Okay, I'm now going up. All right, I overdone it. All right. Okay, so I want to wait until I'm going slightly down again. See if I can work out where my retrograde marker's gone. Still okay for... I also realise that I'm killing my velocity relative to my target, not relative to the surface, which is actually what I need to worry about right now. So I'm actually going this way. I'm still very high up. I'm still okay. Let's go back to retrograde. Okay, let's... So my choices are now, I guess, go for a landing and just be a few 100 meters away and just go, that'll do. But I'm just trying to move slightly closer. I really need to, what I need to do is I could probably do with organizing a flight engineer setup where everything I want to look at is in the same place. Because I want to know my vertical speed and I want to know my suicide burn distance on the grounds that I think my suicide burn distance, I want to go and stop when my suicide burn distance is a particular multiple of my my downward velocity. That's not doing what I wanted to do. Yes, I'm just currently trying to fiddle my retrograde marker to point more towards there, so I'm getting closer at least. But I think now I'm going to start I'm going to just stop that. I'm going to just land. So I want to blow the retrograde marker to the top of the nav ball. And then now I just want to stay retrograde. And go when that's 100, I think. Which way is pointing? Right, so if I want to hover over, so I want that side to be facing me when I'm pointing towards the my target. Oh, and I've set myself to. Yeah, I've gone up again. So I'm just using this engine while I've got it, kind of thing. So I'm just going to, I mean, yeah, I'm going to be using a lot of delta V to hover. But it's okay, I can't use this for anything else, so I might as well. My horizontal speed isn't very much, actually, so... now I'm going to go for target. Oh, that's all right. Again, I'm going off again. I don't mind. This is going to give you a chance to kind of drift along. And hopefully get reasonably close to myself over there. Now the thing is, I'm only 450 meters away. I'm being amazingly pedantic. I'm just drifting at like 5 meters a second, so it's going to take me what, 100 seconds or so, minute and a bit. And that was interesting. As soon as I time warped, my acceleration turned off, which I suspect is what's meant to happen. But there you go. And at some point I'm going to want to lose this bottom stage here, but I suspect that was the train coming up to meet me. Alright, okay. I don't think it's safe anymore. Okay, I'm going up quite a bit now, so I might as well. I want at this point to go, whoa, let's not do that. Let's not do it that way. That's to try and kill my speed relative to my target. And I don't think pointing straight into the ground is what I want to do. But that will give me where I need to point on the horizon. Okay, I've overcooked it, never mind. Now I believe it's just landing time. Am I still going? Okay. So we're going to go down. We're going to drift down, and then the main thing is I want to see where my retrograde marker is, and I think my retrograde marker ends up there. I'm not sure. Because I want to kill my forward velocity as much as possible. Yeah, I just don't know where that's going to end up. So I can really only tell when my retrograde marker shows up, which is nowhere. I have no idea where my retrograde is. Right, let's go to surface. Ah, there's my retrograde marker. Am I going too far? I'm going this way. Okay. I thought it couldn't possibly, but yeah, okay, I did overshoot. So let's just chase that. Up to the top of the nav ball. Yeah, I got to within 350 meters, and now I'm getting further away. So I definitely overcooked my attempt at landing. Okay, that's better. So I'm back on track again. And in fact, according to this, I'm heading straight towards my my destination. Just wondering at what time, when do I want to just junk? Oh, what? Oh, heaven's sake! Done it again. Oh, I suck so much. I'm going up really fast now. I basically almost takeoff velocity. Oh, I suck at this game. I'm getting... which way am I going? I think I'm still going the wrong way. In horizontal terms, I believe I'm going the wrong way. But I really can't tell. Alright, there we go. I'm now heading towards, at actually fairly high speed. Going to be soon plummeting out the sky again, at which point I can start arranging to land. Oh man, I'm kilometers away now. It's just been overcooking and just over everything-ing. This episode's taking forever. Sorry. But it's one of those things where landing episodes, it's kind of difficult to very quickly and easily come up with a time to say, yeah, we will stop now. Okay, let's go to target. And on the horizon, but at the, yeah, there we go. Let's kill my horizontal velocity. Okay, close enough. Now we're heading just straight down. I'm chucking that away now. Hopefully it's not going to hit anybody now I think about it. But probably something I should have taken into account. Gear out. Pointing basically straight down. Checking my electricity just in case. And now I'm just falling. Give me a little bit away. Okay. And I'm still overcooking it slightly. There goes that. And I'm going to stop trying to do anything interesting or exciting. I'm just going to land this thing. It's going to drift down, try and keep my vertical speed low. See, I kind of want to do something about my horizontal velocity, but really this thing isn't maneuverable enough to do it. I should probably, one of the next iterations of this, I should probably put monoprop on this and put some, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, so aggravating. Oh well, never mind. Back this way? Am I heading away? I must be. Alright, seeing as I've managed to get myself a little bit of extra height due to screwing up again. That up. I think actually things are a little slow and sluggish because I may have a lot of stuff around here. You know, I've got all that wreckage and stuff. I think that's slowing my game down, which is why things feel a little more sluggish, and possibly not much as I would like to be able to say this is why I've been flying so badly. It would be nice to be able to say that, but I don't think that's why. Gently does it. Good thing is I pack these things with vastly more delta V than they actually need. Although I do quite like the idea of maybe going for another biome hop later on. Okay, so I'm 50 meters up. $15 meters up. $10 meters. And we are down. Okay, right. Brilliant, we've landed, we're 177 meters. After all that, we're 177 meters away. Which is not too bad, quite frankly. And so now all we need to do is find which one of these is Arnica Kerman. There we go. And send her on her way. So, all right, I'm just going to make sure there's nothing. Oh, there's quite a lot of data in there actually. So while I start heading off, I'm going to say thanks very much for watching. Please hit like and subscribe if you've been enjoying all this. Oh, probably going a bit too fast. You can find Nearly Enough Dice at nearlyenoughdice.com. And we're also on Facebook and Twitter. Can we set as a target? Apparently not. And until next time, reach for the stars and make sure you rescue your Kerbal Noughts. Even if it takes forever because you're really bad at landing.